wait a little bit till some people come in because I don't want to start and have to restart because I feel bad when people miss information. And that typically happens. Oh, hello to whoever came in here. I was saying I'm gonna wait a little bit, maybe a minute or two, just to make sure there's enough people in here, so I don't have to restart multiple times when doing a live. I'm excited to anyone who even watches. If they don't like chat, that's okay. I mean, I don't want anyone to ever feel pressure to have to chat if they don't want to. If they feel just more comfortable watching, that's fine. But today's topic is Irlen syndrome, and if you see me glancing over, it's because I'm looking at my laptop because that's where my notes are. I put them on there because my brain, the way my brain works is it does better when it has something like an organizational way of looking at things. That's just how it works. I don't really know why. I don't know if it's because I'm dyslexic or if it's the autistic part of me or if it's the ADHD, which I don't know. So we'll see. Okay, so I'm gonna get started. Today's live stream is on the suggested topic of Irlen syndrome. This I used an article to gather information for this topic, which will be posted in the comments section. In this live stream, I'll share both the research that I learned and my online friend's personal experience with Irlen syndrome. All the information below came from the Irlen Syndrome Foundation website in the article "What is Irlen syndrome?" Irlen syndrome is a perceptual processing disorder. It is not an optical problem. It is a problem with the brain's activity to process visual information. This problem tends to run in families and is not currently identified by a standardized educational, psychological, optometric, or medical tests. This problem can manifest itself differently for each individual. Irlen syndrome is not remediable. Um, remediable. I think that's how you say it. And is often a lifetime barrier to learning and performance. Signs of Irlen syndrome. You have light sensitivity, reading problems, headaches and migraines, attention and concentration problems, strain and fatigue, problems with depth perception, print and environmental distortion. Who is affected? Irlen syndrome is present in a variety of populations, including individuals with reading and learning difficulties, low motivation, ADHD, discipline problems, headaches and migraines, autism, traumatic brain injury, while more common in populations with specific difficulties such as reading problems and ADHD, and even gifted and highly successful individuals can be impacted by this issue, often working harder and struggling more than necessary to succeed. And hello to whoever else came in here. Um, Irlen syndrome Irlen syndrome by numbers. We have 14% is the general population. 45%, that's 46% individuals with reading or learning difficulties, which include dyslexia. 35% who have suffered with a TBI, which is a traumatic brain injury or concussion. 33% are autistic, and 33% have attention and concentration problems, have ADHD. And there's also individuals with medical restraint headaches and migraines. This incidental data was not yet available. And I'm excited about this part because my online friend, my new online friend, gave me this part. So this part below is my online friend's personal experience with Irlen syndrome. I didn't really know much about Irlen syndrome until someone suggested this topic to me, so I love learning new things. Okay, so this is their experience. My entire life I struggled to read, especially on white paper, or on the standard brownish paper that books are printed on. Words would turn around on the page, and very often create rivers on the page, adding large spaces in between words, slowing down my reading. I loved reading and getting lost in stories, so I kept reading and adapted as best as I could. learning to read sentences not by looking at the words, but the entire looking at the words, but the entire sentence. I hated to read out loud in class and would spend hours practicing so I could memorize the words. I also started playing piano at the age of 16. I taught I was taught to read musical notes. However, as most musical books are printed on white paper with tiny musical notes in black, my eyes would get lost on the page. So I learned the song slowly and memorized the melody. Computer screens without dark mode caused me migraines, and I spent hours in front of my computer as it is to this day one of my special interests. And having migraines when I got transfixed in my writing or gaming on my PC. Almost my entire I think I read that wrong. For most of my entire life, I struggled with reading and thought that seeing letters with shadows that make the letters look double, especially when I'm tired, was normal. Depth perception has never been a strong strength of mine. I used to joke and say, I can see the world in 2D. All of these symptoms got worse the more tired my eyes were. I had weak eyes since a very young age and had a blind spot at night over my right eye. No one could ever explain, so I was told it was normal. Fast forward to 2017. Late one night, I was extremely tired after working on my computer all day, and suddenly all the pictures on my phone, because 3D, no joke, I thought I was a little bit crazy. Sorry guys, I'm the reason I'm usually moving is because I'm pushing my notes up so I can make sure I am reading the right part. A few weeks later, I went on a trip to Durban. Hopefully I said that right. Maybe Durban. I drove during the day and the trip went well. However, driving back I struggled as nighttime approached. The more cars were on the road and the less I could see. I could not see how far the cars were from me. This triggered one of the worst autistic meltdowns I'd ever experienced. Oh, good. I'm glad I said it right. Where was I at? Oh, yes. I got home safe, but I realized something was wrong, and so research mode was activated. See, I love research, so I'm weird like that. So I totally understand the research thing. During my research, I found an article about Irlen Syndrome, and suddenly my symptoms made sense. I found an Irlen Syndrome specialist. She made me read off a white book and saw me struggle. She put some rose-colored lens together, and when she put them on my eyes, the world changed. I could read with no trouble. It was easy, no stumbling, no stuttering. I could read, because the words were clear. Just words, no rivers of words tricking my eyes, no shadows, no 3D effects on my phone. My eyes did not filter white or yellow well, and my lenses were a beautiful blue purple. I did not know the world had colors so bright and beautiful until that day. Years later, when I got my autistic diagnosis, my psychiatrist, psycho, I'm so sorry. My psychiatrist, probably is the wrong word, but I'm sorry, I said the wrong word, but I'm sorry, told me that it makes sense because there is a correlation between people with autism and those with Irlen syndrome, and that's true. Based on the article that I read above, it did say there was a correlation between that. So, which I think learning new things through people is really kind of good. Now, I always wear blue tinted sunglasses and use dark mode as it prevents migraines and dreaded 3D effects. I read normally on black backgrounds with white text. Oh, funny thing is, I started doing that for myself because it actually makes me able to read things better. Like putting dark mode and then having my text be white and my background be black because it makes my brain focus on the words a little bit more than when. I don't think I have Irlen Syndrome that I know of at least, but I just thought it was interesting that that was said. Finding out that I had Irlen Syndrome changed my life because suddenly the world became alive with color by adding a blue purple filter that helps my eyes process yellow in the right way. Oh, hello. I finished. This is. I really appreciate this. I really appreciate this person for the experience they gave, and like it makes me happy to learn new things because I didn't know anything about this syndrome. I mean, till someone suggested it to me, but also I love learning through other people's experience. Oh hi, I just appreciate all of you guys. I just wanted to let you know what next week's live stream and what next week's live stream is gonna be, and also I wanted to let you know what this week's today's weekly video is gonna be on. So this next week's live stream is on Saturday, May 11th at noon Eastern Daylight Savings Time, and that will be on the suggested topic of synesthesia, and that is an interesting thing to learn about too. I hope that you enjoyed that, and the planned video for this week is on how we were mistreated by the world. And this was a suggested topic that someone gave me, and the way I did that video was based on I had my response and other people's responses. I gathered those and I shared them, and it was considered called a response video because I call it a response video because they're not based on research. And this is based on how the disability community has been mistreated by the society and other people. So I hope you enjoy that. If anyone wants to say anything, will let you say it before I go because I have literally done all the information that I had to say. Um, Thank you guys for watching. If anyone wants to say anything, you can definitely write in the chat. Oh, you're so sweet. I just do my best. I know for some people like live streams aren't a thing, like they like shorts and planned videos and other things, but for me, I definitely try my best. I know pronunciation has always been an issue of mine. Probably most likely because I'm dyslexic, and I started doing this new thing where I don't understand a word, I put the pronunciation next to the word, so because my brain sometimes when I get overwhelmed, it will shut down my processing thinking, so it will shut my thoughts down. So I decided, if I don't understand a word, let's put the pronunciation next to it so I can at least maybe possibly know how to pronounce it. So if I stumble, know where to have it. Okay. Thanks, guys, for watching. I love you guys. Bye.